Francisco and y'all 5-6, and right now is the perfect time to talk
Mm-hmm.
about is the time to panic in the Frisco. So coming off, it's definitely a frustrating time to be a 49er fan. It's a frustrating time to be a Dallas Cowboy fan because what perfect year for you to actually be in the playoffs, knowing that San Francisco not probably there to block you. You know what I mean? Like you could probably get your get back, but you trash too, right, Dallas? So coming off
Dang, you're
another
right.
loss. I know. I was just thinking about that as I'm sitting over here. I'm like, man, we could have got through. Oh my goodness. Thanks a lot, Jerry. It's all Jerry's fault. But then some would say it's all Cal fault. Or is it all Cal fault? It's been a pretty bad season for the San Francisco
Mm.
49ers. And we got our fan here to say, is it time to panic?
For me, it depends on what panic button we're pressing. Are we pressing panic button to split the team, or is it a panic button for the season? For the season, I'll say yes. Hit the panic button. I think it should have been hit weeks ago. Honestly, I think it should have been hit weeks ago. The reason why I say that is because if you look at weeks, was it weeks 4 and 5? Well, before we played the Cowboys, if you look at those two games when we played the Rams and the Cardinals back to back, when we had double digit leads going into the fourth quarter, and we lost them. We
Oh, now y'all
smoked
played
those
the
two games.
Patriots in between.
Okay, we played the Patriots in between that, but when we played the Cardinals and the Rams, we lost both of those games when we should have won.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it, after we played the Cowboys, we should have been 5-2.
Shoot the
That's what we
Seahawks,
should
man.
have been. And then if you look at the other game we lost recently against the Seahawks, another game where we blew the fourth quarter lead because of defense
Mm.
against another division. We already have 3 losses in the division already. And Joe, I told you in the offseason, I said, Joe, I'm telling you, we're going to lose a game against the Seahawks this season. What happened? We lost a game against the Seahawks. I said it was going to happen. I just knew it. But I also said this in the offseason too, and I don't want to say this as me making excuses, but I said if this team is not healthy for this season, it's going to be the same way it was in 2020. After we went to the Super Bowl and played the Chiefs and lost, we came back that the next year. It was COVID riddled and injury riddled. I think Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt that year. Debo got hurt. Kittle got hurt. So did Bosa got hurt. Arik Armstead got hurt. Everybody was hurt that season except for Fred Warner. He was the only one that was healthy the entire season. If you look at it this year, it's the same exact thing. Fred Warner is the only person that's been here the entire season.
Mm. Balling too, though.
What Kevin Hart say? Dang.
It's ridiculous how many players have been hurt this year. You got Charvarius Ward has been out because of the death of his daughter. That's different. So, rest. My condolences to Charvarius Ward and his family for what's happened. That's a tragic situation. That's never wish that on anybody like that. I know that's difficult to deal with. So, if you need to be with your family, be with your family. You won't hear any criticism from me about Charvarius Ward missing games because he's dealing with the death of his daughter. But then you look at everything else. Brandon Ayuk, contract season held out. Before he got hurt, he was playing terrible. Had one good game, but that was it. Then towards ACL and MCL. Done.
Mm.
Might not come back next year until the same time Dre Greenlaw is about to come back. So, got to deal with that. Talanoa Hufanga. He was back, played against the Rams. Then he hasn't played since then. Javon Hargrave also tore his ACL, out for the season. Is it ACL or Achilles? Out for the season. John Feliciano, who just was on pace to come back. Now he's not going to play for the rest of the season. Elijah Mitchell, you haven't seen him in a game yet this year. Out for season. Every week, there are injuries every single where. Everywhere. But even with that, C-Mac came back and he has not looked the same. Let's be honest about it. He has not looked the same. He looks like his Achilles still hurt. I don't know what's up, but he looked like he's running. He looks like when Zeke was running on Cabo Sand. That's what he looks like right now. He looks like he's having trouble with his burst. He don't look the same. Kittle has been the best offensive player outside of Juwan Jennings. Juwan Jennings has balled out this year. So I'm glad that we haven't got him back. I was glad when we re-signed him, and so happy for that. Javon, that's disrespectful. I'm not doing that.
He's trying.
But this season's done. Honestly, I don't think even though we're one game out of first place, I don't see a scenario and when we are able to get the amount of wins we need to win the division. That's the only way we get in is we win the division. I'm being honest about it. That's the only way we get in the playoffs is we win the division. I don't see it happening with us already having 3 divisional losses right now. We still have 2 more divisional games to play. We have another game to play against the Rams and another game to play against the Cardinals. Then we have to play against the Bears. I think we can win that game. We got to play against the Dolphins, who's now on fire. We play in the snow this Sunday against the Bills, who's been hot, who just beat the Chiefs, of course. So we got to deal with them. We just got beat by 4 touchdowns by the Packers. And then I want to talk about that game too. Kyle Shanahan.
Do your thing. I'm good. Go ahead.
Kyle Shanahan. Why did we start Brandon Allen, who hasn't started a game in 7 years, who also broke his finger in practice 2 weeks ago?
Trey Lance.
When Josh Dobbs, who looked good in the preseason, who knows his offense, was healthy. But you had him as the 3rd string quarterback. You don't start him. Oh, okay. So if you look at the game, he did not play bad. But you can tell he hasn't played a game in 7 years. You can tell he hasn't played a game in a long time. Then Debo, who had a chance to have a catch to keep us in the game, let the ball go through his hands and becomes an interception. That pick was not on Brandon Allen. That was on Debo. That was Debo's fault. Then you look at everything else. The special teams is absolutely horrendous. It's been terrible all season long. And Kyle Shanahan, you fired the defensive coordinator last year when we were a top 5 defense. We are bottom 20th in the league, and you still have Nick Sorensen as your defensive coordinator. What you should have done is got on the phone and called Robert Saleh and told him come back and be your DC and put Nick Sorensen back on the defensive line because that's where he belongs. He belongs on the defensive line, not as the defensive coordinator. Other than that, Deommodore Lenoir has played well this year, which I'm happy about. He got his contract, but everything else has been terrible. We give up 4th quarter leads, and the offense just doesn't look the same. Shout out to Big O, member for 16 months. Here we go, Cowboys. It feels so good to eat Thanksgiving and not deal with the Commanders talk and Joe left hand up. Who are we pretenders? But all jokes aside, shout out to R2L and see y'all Thursday at dinner.
I don't know. The worst thing I haven't seen y'all is Tommy DeVito eat y'all up on Thanksgiving.
He might not play. You mean Drew Lock? Drew Lock might go crazy.
Drew Lock might?
He might.
DeVito's hurt. DeVito's hurt.
Oh, Drew Lock. Oh, y'all might lose, Tombo.
Hey, Joe. I don't care. I'm content with whatever happens at this point.
All the Commanders drama. Y'all finally get a win. Y'all on a short week. That sucks, right?
Joe, I don't know if you ever watched the YouTube where Will Smith was talking about when he jumped out of an airplane. And you talking about the anticipation. You know, the anticipation is there. And then when you get ready to jump, and then once you jump, you're still nervous. But then after a while, you start free falling. You free falling at this point, player.
I don't understand Kyle Shanahan's thought process and starting Brandon Allen over Josh Dobbs. That to me was questionable. And another thing is, what a lot of people give him credit for also need to criticize Kyle Shanahan on this. He is a great offensive mind when it comes to running, I guess, special plays. But you tell me, have you ever seen him successful in the hurry-up offense? You look at all the teams that are really good right now. You look at the Commanders offense, good hurry-up offense. You look at the Lions, good hurry-up offense. You look at the Ravens, good hurry-up offense. You look at the Chiefs, even though their offense haven't been good hurry-up offense. Kyle Shanahan lacks that. It lacks that, man. It lacks that. Look, I'm glad you said something, Blaze. It was hot last year for me. If we ain't made the Super Bowl, it was hot last year for me.
People called you crazy, right?
It ain't no different for me this year, even though we made the Super Bowl. He got an extension. Even though he got an extension. Hey, Jay York, you need to be looking at him, man, because if he ain't making nothing to make this team better, then what's next? What's next? There are other coaches out there that have that are good enough that could possibly replace him, that could find another offensive coordinator. I don't know, but do something, man, because Kyle Shanahan's been in the system. He's been here since 2017. We've gotten to the Super Bowl twice, but we have nothing to show for it. At the end of the day, you want to win Super Bowl titles. He has yet to do that. Are we going to continue to accept this? Are we just going to keep making the playoffs, keep going to NC Championship games, and go to the Super Bowl and lose? Is he going to actually put an offensive line around Brock Purdy to protect his quarterback? Is he going to go back and beef up the defensive line to where we have a lot of debt on the defensive line to where we don't lack a lot of debt? Because if you look at years past, we had other guys that came in and step up. We don't have that now. We don't have that now. We don't have that. Bill Belichick is still out there. You got
prime time.
What's the former Titans head coach? He's still out there. You got Ben Johnson out there. There are other guys. There are coaches out there. There are coaches out there to give the opportunity to. See, I understand what everyone is saying is that he got heck no. I'm not going to be.
Ty was on point with that one too.
Heck no.
I forgot about
not happening. Not happening.
Yeah.
But look, I get it. I understand. I'm not saying that Kyle Shanahan is a terrible head coach. I'm not saying that at all. I think he's a really good head coach, top 5, even top 10. Whatever you want to put him, it don't matter to me. But Kyle Shanahan is consistently getting in his own way in multiple situations, especially in big games. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, you need to win the big games and win the biggest game. If you continue to lose those, then you need to move on. There needs to be a new voice in the town.
So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's panic time because your division. You know what I mean? And then look, as bad as y'all playing right now, Dave, people still don't want to see y'all in the playoffs because y'all can just cook like that.
That's only if we get hot. We haven't shown that we can do that this year. We haven't shown that yet, nor have we been healthy enough to do that. So
that's fine. But y'all getting there though. C-Mac is back. Let him get a couple of games under his belt first.
Brock Purdy, I know. Drake Greenlaw, practice windows just got opened up. I see that, but I don't know if I'm gonna. He's still out.
And like you said, three outside of the Chiefs, for real, the Chiefs and the Vikings, outside of those 2 games, y'all had a lead in every game y'all played, for real. You know what I mean? So, like, y'all could have won those games, but y'all didn't. So, like, I want to say it's time to panic. And what I like about Kyle Shanahan, Dave, is this: it's not just the plays, it's the culture he sets in y'all team. When y'all are clicking, like right now, y'all hurt. But let's look at the last 2 years. When we watch the 49ers play, y'all play physical and like y'all intimidate teams. You know what I mean? Like y'all play football. Y'all are an example of a football team.
We look soft this year.
You know,
to be honest.
It's because y'all hurt, though, Dave.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all hurt, right?
Even when we were healthy, we didn't look. We didn't look like we were.
Never been healthy.
No. There's a team last year in Philadelphia that know what a healthy 49ers team looked like.
Yeah, I know.
There's a team in Dallas that know what a healthy 49ers team look like.
Ricky y'all had a lot of drama going in the season, bro. Trent Williams held out.
That's every season, though, Joe.
Ricky Pearsall got shot in his chest, bro. Brandon Ayuk held out. He was rusty.
He had that last year, Joe.
C-Mac was on a man cover, got hurt. You know, so
where's Carl?
Actually, I was crazy for that, though. I was tripping for that. Okay.
You know what I mean? It's a lot going on. So like you said it, bro. 2020, y'all had all them injuries, bad season, and then y'all bounce back, bro. You know, so Kyle Shanahan is a good coach. And then the 2 Super Bowls he lost was 2 Mahomes and the Chiefs. So I can't now if he would have lost to the Rams, I mean, not Rams, the Bengals. You know what I mean? Who else? Josh Allen. He lost to Mahomes, bro. So, I can't fight the man for that. Now, I get the And then like he makes the right play call, it just don't get executed, bro. It wasn't his fault that what's the name overthrew Emmanuel Sanders. He was wide open. Now if he would have called that, I said, y'all win the Super Bowl. Now I get it. You want to pick, you want to be, why are we calling that play? But it was there. And then the Super Bowl, come on, that lineman left Chris Jones wide open for a sack out of all people.
And that lineman is still starting right now, which is questionable for me. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Hey, look, man, I have one reason to be happy. At least my squad number one in the show. So he's not worthy for that. It's not worthy for that. It's not worthy for that. I'm gonna put him down right. It's not worthy. That's the only thing I'm excited about. I had the number one team on the show, but I mean, if we don't keep winning, we don't start winning, it won't be long.
Hey, we're 2 losses away from that being true anymore, especially if we get some wins. Just say.
Hold on. Before we move to the next segment, I want to address two comments. I'm gonna let Dave address this one, and then I'm gonna address what Blaze had to say about last year.
What I'm saying is there are other options out there. There's it's not about what he's done before. It's about what we need now. What we need now to continue to win. Bill is an ear that he's a coach that a lot of players respect. That's something that a lot of people pay attention to. And Mike Vrabel, I think, is a good enough coach to get another opportunity. I also named Ben Johnson. What I'm saying is there are other options out there. I'm not saying that we should just go ahead and go and fire him and automatically get those guys. What I'm saying is we got other options out there. They may not be the best options, but it's an option out there to see what we can do with those guys. Now, I would rather Kyle Shanahan, over Bill and over Mike Vrabel because I think he is good enough. But the thing is, he continues to get in his own way. If he continues to get in his own way, why do we keep him here? Why do we keep going through that? Why keep putting yourself through the same thing over and over again? It's insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Why keep doing that? Just
Jerry Jones.
Find something new.
Bro, Kyle Shanahan get fired, bro. He gonna be the hottest coach on the
market. I get it. It's gonna be just like Andy Reid. It's gonna be like Andy Reid. When Andy Reid was a lot of people wanted Andy Reid. It's the same thing. Maybe he needs to go to another place and win there. I don't know if it's gonna happen here.
No, keep him right there because I know a guy that's gonna wild out and say, "Dan, it was nice, but I'm gonna go get my boy." And y'all not about to reincarnate them 49ers over here. You stay out west, all right? Because I can see that.
You said, Dan,
let this season go the way it go.
You're not
and then you got Kyle out there. Let the season go the way it go, and Kyle out there. They gonna try to revamp it. But
I'll take Kyle Shanahan.
No. Go get Mike McCarthy, like Ty said. I want to address.
I know you want to go ahead, Tom.
Because I got to step away for like 2 minutes, but that's why I want to address it so I can introduce the next topic. I just got to step away. Blaze, the reason why y'all went to go get Saquon is because I got beat up last year by the 49ers. That's why. Your running game was not there. So they said we got to go out and get one of the best running backs in the league. So it's not a nice try. It's really just a good scout by your GM to say where are we lacking, and we got better at it.
Oh, he's addressing what you said about Philly last year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're a healthy team. It's like, well, what did a healthy team look like? Because we got offensive weapons, so go get a running back. It's only smart. So that's what I was saying by that.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
You guys. Love it. Meanwhile, it seemed like this was just the.
We're worse than we were last year. We ain't got nobody healthy. Everybody hurt.